Well, good afternoon. It's Granny Gracie and Little Dio. He's famous on Enlightened Shih Tzu. And you know what? He really wanted to say hello. So this is our Wednesday video, if we can get it out there in time. And Little Dio is my Shih Tzu and my service dog, legally. So he's almost ready for a bath. About every 2 weeks, we give him a bath. And you know what? He just likes to say hello and he likes to be acknowledged, when we go places. Just, he gets permission to say hello and people can, put their hand out and he can smell it. He just really likes to say hello. So I think that's all he wanted to do here. Let's see. When I put him down, oh, he's yawning. He just came in from outside. He's my best little buddy. Okay, let's see if he's happy. He's not working right now, he's just being a Shih Tzu. Now, today, I only want to take about 10 minutes on these videos, and I'm trying to get them on there at the best possible time. Wednesday at 4 o'clock is supposed to be the best time to post a video, so that's what I'm working for, or Thursday or Friday. Um, anyway, I'm trying to reset this a channel and give people good information, especially the boomers, the people like me. We're just, I think we're the first generation that just decided not to grow old and go to nursing homes and all that. Um, I was talking to my husband this morning, and I thought about us. The boomers were really the first generation that actually didn't get good nutrition. Now, our grandparents did. My grandmother always had a garden. The women breastfed their babies. Um, just wholesome, good food without a bunch of additives and preservatives and things not really good for you. And I thought about how healthy even my parents' generation actually were, and certainly my grandparents' generation were very healthy. And I thought, we are the first generation. Most of us were not breastfed. It was supposed to be, I don't know, like evaporated milk with corn syrup and stuff was supposed to be better. If you're other boomers out there, you probably remember, what was it, the stuff that in the packages, the shredded beef, and you put it in a cream and you put it on top of toast. I mean, this is kind of stuff they fed us, and everything was kind of packaged, canned. I don't even know if we really had frozen. We probably did, but I don't remember much of it. And I think that we're the first generation that we didn't get the nutrition that we really, really needed to get. So you know what we have to do now. And you know what? I think most of us made sure I breastfed my babies. The first one not very long because I had to go to work and my milk just dried up. But at least she got 3 months. Um, the other one 15 months. The other one till about 3. So these children are going to have good nutrition to last them a lifetime, I think. I made sure they got good nutrition, good foods. Not so much the first one because we were very poor. So not so much then. But the second one and the third daughter, we just really tried to make sure that they had good food, organic as much as possible, fresh vegetables, fresh fruits, just making sure that they got as much nutrition as they could get. And the problem we have today, well, are our soils. We need to regenerate our soils. This industrialized agriculture for our food hasn't been very good for us. So I think that's starting to change where maybe they'll subsidize the smaller farmer dairy and, all of it for organic. So we are more healthy people. We have so many sick people. So I'm hoping that way. And I'm always looking for ways to keep myself going. Like I'm right now taking organ meat capsules, liver, spleen, heart, kidney, and the pancreas. And that's kind of what I want to talk today about. I do think it's not quite there. You're seeing some of it come up. Um, Peptides. I think peptides, which are small proteins and not a lot, that actually can regenerate our bodies. And I think it's going to help us extend our health. So basically, we'll be like hopefully, be like our grandparents, where we're up and walking and doing things until maybe the last few weeks. I think that's better. So I am taking organ meats right now. I'm looking to repair my heart, especially my kidneys and everything else. I'm actually going to look at the GLP-1 because I have real concern about my weight. I live in an area I shouldn't live in. Yeah, I am a severe acute allergic asthmatic with sinus problems, and I live in the Northwest. Oh, let me tell you, if you're somewhere else and you have allergies or anything, do not come to the Northwest. Don't do it. I will warn you right now, I didn't know. So it can be a real nightmare. Things can really escalate and get a lot worse for you. So anyway, I'm taking what I can get. I have been listening. I'm going to give you a few tips. Let's see what time it is. Okay, we don't want to make it too long. A few tips about the peptides. I've been listening to Dr. Bill Lawrence, and he actually became interested in peptides because he was trying to find solutions because the men in his family in their 50s would die of heart disease. And he found a scientist in Russia that was working with the peptides and were healing people amazingly so. I think it started with like radiation that submarine people were getting exposed to. They helped with that and everything else. So they were getting amazing results with these peptides that were taken from, I believe, cows about 12 months old in Denmark. And they take the organ meats and process them pretty much like they do with armored thyroid. So you're basically just getting those peptides that from those organ meats. Um, so Dr. Lawrence tried these peptides. Now he started with what this scientist in Russia started with. And I recommend you go and watch interviews with Dr. Bill Lawrence. Now, I don't think we have access to these peptides yet, but I think we will. I did find a product on Amazon, and it's not cheap. I don't know if I have the money right now for it, that has the pineal and the thymus peptides in it that Dr. Lawrence talks about starting his people on, which are a lot of physicians, and I think some of their patients. I think they're the peptides that he gets from Russia. I don't know if that still happens. I don't know. But he would all start them all on the pineal and thymus. And then if people had other problems, heart disease, diabetes, kidney disease, he'd put them on peptides specifically for those organs. He, in these videos, is 78 years old. The guy has naturally brown hair. He's just, you would never know he was 78. He also, they have told us that once you have your telomeres and they shorten, go look up telomeres if you don't know what they are, Telemores. We've always been told, well, once they shorten, that's it, and your life, and they shorten your lifespan, they cannot be lengthened again. Yes, they can. They did for Dr. Lawrence when he first started. His telomeres were a bit shorter by 4 years than his chronological age. And I think you're going to have to go look at these videos to get the exact information. I'm just leading you there so you can take care of yourself, um, and find your solution and share them with me too. I want to know. If you discover something, please comment and let me know. But anyway, within, I think, like a 2 year period of time, um, his telomeres were down. It was 2 or 4. I'm sorry. Senior moment. 2 or 4 years. He had his telomeres down to a 23-year-old. Now he predicts that he'll be one of these people that I live to 120. What if? What if? So anyway, I want to give you that direction because we boomers, we're not going out down without a fight. We just aren't. So that's some good information. It's not just for the boomers. Generation X is getting up there too. This is stuff that you guys can use too. And anybody else, younger. This is good medicine food. The peptides, the organ meats, that kind of thing. So I wanted to share that with you today. There's also this, GLP-1 is the big thing you're hearing about these days, and everybody's going on. It's good, it's bad. Actually, I think it's probably pretty good. Now, there's another lady I'll direct you to. Believe she's a naturopath, and her name is Dr. Tina Moore, and she's on YouTube, and her name is spelled Tyna. Go listen to her. Now, she had some horrible health problems, painful, and she wasn't doing so swell. I think she's, like in her early 50s, like 51, 52, somewhere around there. It was debilitating. She was still in, very much her working years. She started taking GLP-1 in a compounded, like a very small amount. The Ozempic and that, they have a standard lower dose, which I am actually thinking about trying if I qualify. And I think I very well will. And maybe just stay on a low standard dose because there's so much healing with these peptides. That so many different things that they do. Anyway, it took care of her painful situation. So I recommend if you're having problems, go listen to her. And also, she may be able to give you more direction where you can go to get help. Now, compounding, I've used compounding. It's not always cheap. So, um, I'm probably going to go with the standard. I don't have the budget to do any more than what I'm doing. And I really, I have struggled so much with my weight. It's no longer like, just, oh, you have no discipline. As through the years, I'm in my 70s now. For me, I'm a shorty. I don't know. And I've had to take steroids like prednisone so much just to breathe where I'm at. They put weight on you, they make you hungry. Um, I'm hoping to reverse all these things, and they've also kept me alive. So, anyway, who knows? Maybe someday I'll be able to grow this little channel where I get a few little checks and I can move out of here. That would be nice. So, that would really be nice, and that I have something valuable to share with y'all. Because I do a lot of research just to keep me alive. I help a lot of friends. They'll have something go wrong with them. I don't know. I just have a knack for finding things that work. Even the homeopathics, which I am using, I share with other people. What works for me, I do share with other people. And I don't know. I just have a knack. I ask the right questions on Google. I ask the right questions on YouTube, and then I gather it here and I can give you that information. So that's what I'm here for. I'm going to seriously, um, I'm a 14 minutes, so let's just not make this any longer because, I'm going to get more sophisticated at this, but that's enough. Anyway, I bring it to you so you have good information, and we can do a sharing here of good things to help us all. So, love to you. Let's see what time we got here. I think I have time to download this to YouTube. I may edit what I title it and all that, and get this on here and see how we do. It's pretty rough right now, I know it, but well, we're just going to see how it goes.